We can all agree that COVID hit us in the most unexpected way possible. One day we were living our normal lives, and the next day we were doing a statewide quarantine. And not only has it affected adults due to them losing their jobs and having to go on to unemployment, but it's also affected kids and teenagers due to their education. Because of this big change, everything had to shift, and it's scary for someone that has to be prepping for the ACTs. Teenagers looked at the pandemic as a way to get out of school early, as a way to be able to hang out with their friends and not have to go to school. But now, after a full year of all of the death and all of the sickness and all of the mandates, we can all see that this isn't a little fun playtime anymore. This is something that needs to be taken serious. Now, kids thought that COVID wasn't going to be a big deal. We truly thought as if it was going to just be, oh, another rare, version of the flu. We'll be able to go back to school within a couple of months. Maybe. But due to the fact that people were being irresponsible, due to the fact that people just didn't care, people thought that it didn't exist. That's why we have stayed in this state for so long. Now, for a teenager and with their education, it hasn't been easy whatsoever. Most schools had to close and had to switch on remote learning, which is a form of learning through the computer as if you were doing online school. And it hasn't been easy whatsoever. Nationwide, they have seen a big fluctuation of frustration, of lack of motivation, and a higher number of suicide rates, sadly. However, there has been a decrease in drug use, in alcohol abuse, and in home abuse. And while there are pros and cons that come with this, it hasn't been easy on your educational system either, due to the fact that when you are in your home and your teacher is talking and you know that you could be on your phone, you know that you could be watching TV, you know that you could just put the classroom on and then walk away from it and not have to come back until the end of class. So it's a lot harder to retain knowledge when there are so many different distractions. I know from personal experience that the last couple of months of my junior year, actually, there were so many times that I honestly just put the computer on my desk and walked away from it because I felt as if I could do that. I felt as if this gave me an opportunity to be able to slack off and be able to, relax for a little bit before I had to go back to my senior year. But then the summer came and nothing changed. The summer ended and nothing changed. I was coped up in my room all summer long, and knowing that I had to stay in my room until now, it's been a mixed of emotions. Because at first I was frustrated at the fact that I couldn't leave. I was frustrated that I couldn't see my friends. I was frustrated that I couldn't experience my senior year of high school. But then, as the months went on, I slowly got used to it. I slowly got used to staying in my room. I got used to staying in my room so much to the point where it led to a state of depression. And that's been another problem, is depression. Because for people that are used to going out every single day to go to school, meeting with their friends, it's a big mental toll on them as well. Because you're losing that connection, you're losing that feeling of socialness, I guess. And so there have been huge waves of depression going around countrywide. And it's not just for high school students, it's also been for adults that have gotten laid off and that have to rely on unemployment. So it's been a big struggle, but in order for our lives to go back to normal, I feel as if we need to act together and be responsible. We need to stay indoors. We need to try to limit our outings as limited as possible. However, there comes to a point where you wanting to go out and you wanting to be with your friends, there comes to a point where it's very difficult. But if we want to be able to be free again, I feel like we need to stand together and be slightly more patient. Thank you.